Game Builder Garage released today, or close enough, and when it launched a demo came out, so I played that first on stream, and once finishing it, I immediately purchased the game. Due to some issues with my physical pre-order, I just went digital. So this is both my impressions of the demo and playing a couple hours after that. I assume the demo would be up by now for other regions, and your data does carry over. If you've seen anything about this software, you'd know Game Builder Garage is a programming game where, along with some packed-in lessons, you can freely build games using the inbuilt assets. The programming is done visually with fellows known as nodons that serve different functions such as being an object, a timer, or control inputs. On something that looks a bit like a map, you organize them and connect the nodons together to achieve your goals, such as connecting the left stick nodon to the person nodon, having both their left and right movement connected, so that in the game, when you move that stick left and right, the person will too. You can easily switch between the actual game and the programming screen to see what you've changed. Thankfully, you can layer these nodons over each other and make them pretty small to save space, which you might need to when you start getting really complicated. In the demo, you get taken through a very basic lesson from a floating dot called Bob. Following that, you are stopped by Alice, who tests you between lessons, serving as a checkpoint to make sure you understand what you've done before you can continue. These parts are basically puzzles, and you'll need to achieve a goal like getting the person to the apple, but can only touch one part of the programming to do so. I think it's a good step, though I disliked being forced through her otherwise optional guide the first time. In the full release, there are several lessons that take you through making a small game, and you get to do one of these in the demo, which is to make a 2-player tag game. Here I learned more about the game screen, changing object properties with settings, and using the object break and replay nodons. It's pretty fun seeing everything come together, and with it I made my first totally original and balanced video game. I could kind of hop in there for a bit. There you go. What do you think of my game? Yep.
That's a proof of concept.
That's a proof of it's a proof of concept. Well, pity for you, because according to this demo, the game is gonna go, so. After that, the demo ends. During lessons, you aren't really allowed to mess with stuff until you are completely done, and really only in the full game. In the demo, you cannot access the free programming to change the one game it lets you create, and thus can't share or play other games. Once I actually bought the game and could mess around with free programming, I got a little ahead of myself and tried to create a part-time UFO level. I did get to mess with the music making, which lets you choose between moods and a few different instruments, but when it came to other aspects, I struggled, even with the help of people who understood things about programming. Oh, jeez, what the heck? So I went to the second lesson to make a maze game, where I started to get a bit more confused, but saw that I already had figured out some things myself, like using object nodons to give a feature, in this case a teleport nodon, an appearance. As basically the target audience for this game, I'm pretty excited by it. I'm sure there are better ways to teach someone programming by using actual languages, but that's not really what this is. It's a creation tool with assets that let you practice and understand making games, so you'll share yours and play with others' works. If you intend to get this for a child, I'd definitely say they'd have to be a bit older or just very good at reading. Aside from all the pun making, there's a fair bit of instructions to comprehend. Game Builder Garage has touchscreen controls and USB mouse support. I just didn't try the latter because I needed it for my PC. There are some limitations that can seem pretty annoying, like how you can't edit outside of the programming screen, and a cap on text boxes, so no full-on visual novels here. Not that it won't stop me from trying to make a small one. From what I've played so far, this looks really good, and I don't think I'll regret my purchase. I have heaps of game ideas to make with this just from playing it. My programmer ID is on screen, so maybe you'll have something interesting to play from me in a couple or triple or quadruple of months or so, as I've got lots of other content I have to work on rather than these games. Definitely try out the demo if you're not sure about it, as you'll get a decent idea of the potential. Lastly, I really want to say thank you to everyone who watched my stream. It was super fun, and since then I've been in the best mood I've had for a really long while, and I'm actually excited to work on things on my channel. Bye!